Hi Ali. Hi Burak. How are you? I'm good. Are you do you have any free time on the weekend? Yes, I do. What about you? Do you have any free time on the weekend? Guys, frankly speaking, there are a lot of students, even at high levels, who still confuse do and does with am, is, and are. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the differences between do and does on one hand and am, is, and are on the other hand. So watch this video to the end. I'm going to talk about it in full details. I'm going to talk about myself, about my daily routine, about my life, my family, and everything. The first thing you need to know about we have a pet. The first thing you need to know about the differences between do and does with am, is, and are is that we use do and does in questions and negative statements like am, is, and are. That is actually a similarity, not a difference. And we use both of these, do and does, am, is, and are, as main verbs too. As main verbs in sentences like I do my homework on time, or he does the dishes every night, or they don't do much on the weekends. Here, do or does are main verbs. So in expressions like do the dishes, do much, and do homework. Also, am, is, are in expressions like I am a teacher, or he is happy, or they are at home, or they're home. They are main verbs here. Am, is, are main verbs. Both do and does and am, is, and are can be auxiliaries too, in order to make questions and negative statements. So we use do and does in questions and negative statements when there is a verb. There is a verb like go, there is a verb like play, there is a verb like have, and we are talking about a permanent condition like I have a brother, or I know Mamad, or when we are talking about a habitual or repeated action, something like a habit. For example, I exercise every day, or I drink herbal tea. I don't know if you can see the herbal tea here or not. I drink herbal tea every evening. If we want to make questions about these permanent conditions, like as I said, we have a pet, we use do or does. Do you have a pet? Do you drink herbal tea every day, every morning, every evening? It is a repeated action, and do you have a pet is a permanent condition. So in order to make questions or negative sentences, for example, my brother doesn't drink herbal tea or herbal tea every day. Actually, he never drinks herbal tea. Or my best friend doesn't have a pet. He has a car, but he doesn't have a pet. I don't have a car. Actually, in reality, I do have a car. I have a car, and I have a pet. I have a son, but my best friend doesn't have a son. He doesn't have any children. On the other hand, We use am, is, are when there is no such a verb as have or play or go or know. For example, he is a nurse. I am a teacher. She is happy. You don't see any verb. I am a teacher. He is a nurse. She is happy. They are at home. Do you see a verb here? They are at home. They are at home. No verb. No verb, no do, no does. When you want to make questions, are they at home? Is she a nurse? Is he happy? There is only one case when we use am, is, are with a verb, and that is for something that is happening right now. And in that case, we have to add ing to the end of the verb. For example, right now, I'm drinking. Look. What am I doing? Now that is a completely different story. And we will talk about this kind of sentences later. For now, remember, if we are making negative sentences, or we are asking questions about repeated actions or permanent conditions, we use do or does in the question. Do you like football? One last thing, we use exactly the same thing, but in the past with did. I mean, we have exactly the same rule with did and was and were. For the things that we use am, is, and are at present, we use was and were in the past. And for the things that we use do and does at present, we use did in the past. For example, did you have a pet when you were a child? Did you go to school by bus when you were a student? If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button as if you do like our video. Sometimes we use do or does or did in positive statements, in affirmative statements too, and that is for emphasizing the verb. For example, I do like football. She does like chocolate. He did tell you that you should lock the door. I remember that. I remember I heard that, or I remember hearing that. He did tell you to lock the door. I remember hearing that. Thank you very much.